Hello and welcome to another one in the Player Profile series for the 2020 fantasy season. I got Sean with me again.
Good to be back. You
Um,
snuck up on me last time. You gave me one of my players I was trying to hold on to. What have you got in your locker this time?
well, you'll have to watch the other videos to find out who Sean's talking about. We're both very keen on one there. This one is somebody you're not so keen on, or are you? So we'll see.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, ADP of 25.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad you've chosen him. I absolutely hate him.
What?
Oh, God.
No.
Absolutely hate it. ADP, terrible. One of the most inconsistent fantasy players in the history.
He's fairly consistent
fantasy.
last year, apart from the injury.
Consistent.
Yeah.
4 games with 100 yards. 4 games. If you look at his fantasy production last year, break down in those 4 games when he boomed, what it was worth to his overall production, and look back, because you might think, oh, that was an anomaly last year, was it? Okay, let's look back. Go to 2018.
Everyone's inconsistent with the Raiders.
Go to 2017. Go to 2016. Look, we've seen enough now. There was a time where I thought this was the next guy who was going to really make a difference at wide receiver. I'm off that bandwagon a long time ago, and I'm staying well off it. ADP is too high. This is mental pricing. This is an inconsistent player who will bloody annihilate your fantasy team. And I think, although he'll do a reasonably serviceable job, I am not predicting him to return his ADP value this year. You like value, I know, and I respect that, but I do not think he returns this value. Because
it's on the boundary of that. I mean, in PPR, obviously, he's a lot more. He's going to get a lot of catches. It's a nice offense. There's going to be a lot of yards to go around.
It's a little different. If it was 4-point PPR, then okay. Then I can say okay. And it's just okay because I still think there are better targets. But when you're talking half point and standard, it's an absolute avoid for me, 100%. I cannot deal with his inconsistencies. He annoys the life out of me. And therefore, I am avoiding like the plague. Let somebody else take him. Let somebody else have those issues. Amari Cooper, no thanks. I prefer CeeDee Lamb. I prefer the other receivers over him in this offense if I'm going to take a shot at them, because I just think they've got better. I think there's a better opportunity here. Gallup was only like 5 catches away from him last year.
Yeah, well, he got injured, didn't he? So
but that's part of
I'm not
his
sure
problem.
what you're trying to say here, Sean. You seem to be on the fence. I can't see whether you're going to draft him or not.
He's an enigma.
Where would he need to fall for you to draft him?
Oh, my God.
What ADP?
Look, he's like some of the, he have to be I don't want him to be my first wide receiver or second wide receiver off the board. Flex play, maybe. That's third receiver.
You're not going to get him there, are you? That's ridiculous.
No. Well, I don't want him. I've got other players I prefer deeper down. I think are going to get me
let's have a look at
nice
those other players. Let's have a look who's around him that you.
I do not want him. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you. I don't want the inconsistency.
You got Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
You got him around him.
Yeah, not the pillar of consistency, that's for sure. But
Mark Andrews is one above him.
Yeah, no chance. Not taking a tight end.
You've got to take somebody.
Yeah.
Evans is 21, so you'd have to pay a higher price for him. So tell me who you're taking.
The thing is, he's going at an ADP that's going to have to give me at least 160. There were very few wide receivers last year that got me 160.
Well, let's say we're talking PPR. Where would you be happier taking him there? Would you be happier with 25 for, because this is probably based on full-point PPR, a lot of this anyway.
I think he'd have to fall into the mid-30 range before I was comfortable. I'd have to have 3 players above him. That's where I feel about him, to feel that I'm okay. I want a wide receiver that I can trust ahead of him, then I'm okay with it. I don't like the situation at all, and I'm not sacrificing running backs to pick up Amari Cooper.
Allen Robinson, Odell Beckham.
Well, Odell, you can see the logic of him bouncing back this season.
Would you rather have him than Amari Cooper, though?
I probably would, because at least I'm going to get a steady situation.
You've seen the Browns play football, right? At least Dallas is a decent offense. I mean, the upside's there, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just think there's lots of lovely weapons there in Dallas now. I think, CeeDee Lamb will carve out a role. I think Gallup can continue on. I mean, would it surprise me if CeeDee Lamb pushed on into the next year and became their number one? It wouldn't surprise me, no.
He's got a long-term deal, though, hasn't he, Amari?
Yeah, well, he might have a long-term deal, and good for him for getting it. But Dallas might have some interesting contract negotiations at quarterback coming, I think. Very intriguing now.
Right, yeah. They're still not there though with
You
Dak.
know, very interesting what's going on now that Mahomes has broken the bucket, and it's going to be really interesting to see what comes up. But I like your other guys. I much prefer, you know, I
at
much
their
prefer
prices. At their
yeah,
prices,
much
yeah.
prefer their ADPs, to be honest. I'm going to take a stab at a very good, and it is a good back. You know, this is a good offense, a high octane offense.
I mean, you
It's
like
very
Jarwin as well, don't you? So
Oh,
you know.
yeah. And I only want him, like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't want to pay a big price for him. I mean, all I want to do is get a late tight end. I'll take a stab on somebody like that and have done many times this season. Because I know I'm not expecting a lot back. 80, 90 fantasy points all I want. I think if Jarwin can't give me that in that offense, then it's time to hang up the tight end gloves, I think.
Come on, hang up the tight end gloves. Wreck Sean's season. Anyway, well, there you go. I mean, I think it's about right for PPR, and any other format I wouldn't touch him. But
Too inconsistent, Al. That's the issue. If you look back, honestly, 4 100-yard games, and the year before that 5, then the year before that 3. Honestly, it's terrible. Most of his production, 4 games last year, accounted for like 40%.
he was injured, wasn't he? I know that's not a plus, but he was injured.
40% of his production came in those 4 games. I mean, honestly, this type of player will infuriate you in fantasy.
Oh, you know, I think I mean, I'm a fan of his, but obviously I'm a Dallas fan, so
4 100-yard games.
Sean's,
4.
you know, Sean's rained on Amari Cooper's parade, so
absolutely,
you know, let's see.
Well, he's ruined a few of my fantasy teams over the years. I know.
Oh well, you know, it's not all bad then.
No.
I can see why. Sometimes you do get hurt by players, and it's hard to forgive. So.
Well, he makes it easy to not forgive him based on his record.
I want to hear what the viewers think. ADP of 25, Amari Cooper, are you buying
Do others see? Yeah, good point. I mean, do others see the inconsistency? What do you think if you do like him? I'm curious to see why you would buy him at that price.
I told you, because he's a great player on a great team, on a great offense.
Yeah,
on a long-term contract, wide receiver 1. I mean, what more do you need? The best team and best offense in football.
And they're not the best team yet, Al. They've got to win it all.
Best
before
offense. I didn't say best team. We're definitely not that.
I think they're a very, very good offense.
Maybe not as good as Kansas, but you know, probably.
Yeah, but I think
a close
they're
second.
very good. If they can't get close this year, I mean, NFC's theirs. Surely they've got a chance this year to win the NFC. Surely.
Well, they're all rubbish in that division, aren't they? I mean, they're all trying to outdo each other by being poor. So
that's true.
Okay, Sean, thanks for your thoughts. Subscribe for more. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and give Sean pelters in the comments for having to go for Amari.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate.
See you next time.